Okay. We are serving people. We are in an industry that is helpful. And Kim Fitzpatrick, do you know who Kim Fitzpatrick is? Okay. Kim Fitzpatrick and her husband became a top 10 team in like 2 years of coaching. Her husband was one of the top 10 last year. He was the only guy on stage. Him and his wife centered their entire team and how they were building. Now, obviously, right out the get-go, they were doing marketing, okay? But they treated this from day one from a business mentality. So I took like a lot of notes here, and I'm not going to go through all of them. I actually have them. I did the videos. Lindsay typed them out. We're going to share like all the notes with you. But there were a couple of things that you really have to approach this with, no matter what level you're at, okay? Whether you're an emerald coach, a diamond coach, whatever, want to be one of those types of coaches, or you want to be a 15-star diamond coach. No matter what, you have to approach this with like a business mentality, in essence, to serve. It's a service industry. And we are helping people, and we have clients. You know, we don't just have customers. Customers come, buy something, check out, and go, right? Clients are people that you work with, you build relationships with. They become a part of your family. And that's what this team truly is. And so I really, really want you guys to approach every single conversation that you are having with love and care, okay? You can't just say, oh, it's, I'm just trying to like get to know them and blah, 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 blah. It's, you really, it has to come from your heart. Every word that comes out of your mouth must come. I mean, it's the reason you're doing it. It's the reason why you're struggling. It's the reason why you have fear. And I am reading this damn judgment book, guys. I want to hear, I'm going to pause for a moment because I'm going to just end up rambling. Everybody needs to read this book. Okay. And I'm about to tell you guys some things about me that I'm learning that I'm not sure I've ever really spoken about, but I want to hear from you because every single person on stage that came and spoke to us gave us a word, which I thought was magical because what did I ask all of you guys in the beginning of the year? I was like, okay, what's your word for the year? Not what's your resolution, not what are your goals, what's your word? What is the word that you are going to be focusing on? And so I want to know, how is that word going to look by the end of this year? Like, what does that word mean to you in your vision as to what you plan on doing with this business? And that's what I got. I hope you guys read that because I asked you to come prepared with it. So whoever wants to go first, I'd love to hear from you. And I know we've done this, but this word keeps evolving, and it's so important to keep talking about it.
I can go. It's funny. I apologize. I'm actually eating my dinner, my post-workout meal. So my word for the year, I actually was thinking about this a lot at the end of last year and even in the beginning of this year. And it's funny because I have just actually kind of put it out there talking to my mom and talking to some of my friends and coworkers. And it really weighs very heavily on me that my word for the year is purposeful. Because this year I was like, not just in this business, naturally, yes, but in a lot of different areas of my life that I said, I want to live my life this year with purpose, for a purpose, and on purpose. I want things that I do to be on purpose, not by accident, not by not doing them, that I'm doing that and I'm being very purposeful in what I do and who I reach out to. And that's what it is. I think it's kind of straightforward and to the point, but that's how I truly feel this year.
I love it. And if you fulfill your purpose, how does that look for you? Like in the end, like what is being purposeful? What's it going to do
Well,
for you, your family, your vision, your team? Like what does it look like to you to be purposeful in this business?
well, I mean, some of you ladies I haven't known very long, but Shannon has known me long enough to know that my ultimate purpose is I'm just that type, I guess, of mom. I want to be at home. I want to be able to, and I say this and take this with a grain of salt, but I want to be able to be home and serve my family. I want to be there for them, our home, and to my daughter's education. That's always been number one for me, is her education, because we send her to a private school and it is not in our budget just to do that. So that is my ultimate vision, is to be able to be at home, be a working mom, but be at home. And that way, when there's events at school or volunteers, or just, I mean, for some people it's easy, but for me, like being a room mom would be like everything for me, because that's always, I want to put my daughter and I want to put my husband first, and I want to be available. I want to be available. I want to have flexibility. But like I said, I want to be able to do things like this and have a team where I can do things like this, and just to be more, just again, I just want to do things more my way. And I know it's going to take work and it's going to take time, and I don't expect it to happen overnight, but I'm finding a new month. So, I really want to make it happen, but that's my ultimate purpose, is just to be at home and be available to my family. That is my number one.
I love it. Thanks, Cindy. You're going to. I know it. Who's next?
All right, I'll go. You guys can hear me?
Yep.
Good. Okay. My word for this year, I picked it out a while ago, was believe. I'm very much in my head, I'm a mental person. I'm a thinker. I'm logical, and I lead with my brain 99% of the time, naturally. And I know that an area that I wanted to work on was trying to lead with my heart more. And I really do think you have to believe in order to do that. That for me is a struggle, but that's what I've been really trying to be mindful of, leading with my heart, is, even though that's like contradictory. But also just believe in myself and my ability to help others. I know I can do it. I'm a teacher, so I know I have that ability with kids, but just transferring that to this, helping people on their journeys. And I feel like there are a couple of people that I've worked with, that I've coached, who I've really connected with. And, it's not just, I think it's not just a person that, I'm trying to get to buy a challenge pack. Like, it's a girl that if she's having a bad day, I'm texting her like, hey, how are you? What's going on? I want to be surrounded by that. I want to have that all around me, and not just me, but have like people in that group that really truly care about each other. And I think a lot of what I'm seeing go on in the clubhouse is just awesome, like the connections that are going on. And I find it so motivating and so inspiring, and I'm loving connecting with those people that I really don't know. I want something like that, just a group of people who really truly support each other, care about each other, believe in each other, and encourage each other.
You want your tribe.
I do.
Yeah, like your tribe, I love
Yep.
it. I love it. That's such a good point. To believe in yourself that you're capable of doing something is a very big thing that we're going to discuss. So you guys get stars for your words soon. All right.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My word is reconnect. There's a reason for it. I don't know. I know Shannon knows. I don't know if you guys know. I lost my mom this past year, and there was a big disconnect with her and I. And because of that, and having missed out on reconnecting with her before she passed, I mean, I was with her when she passed, but it played a big role, especially for my girls, because I am a single mom. Their dad is not alive, so and not just being there for them, but truly being there for them was a big thing for me this year. And having gone through this process, becoming a coach, finding myself, reconnecting with myself, so that I can connect with my girls, so that I can be there for them. Not only to be there to help them go through the process of losing my mother, but to also go through the process of being in a single parent home, you know, that they don't speak to their father and mother, that it's just me. And inside of me and able to project it in order to help others. You know, like, because I felt like if I can't help myself, I can't help others. And Shannon will tell you, I started off and then I kind of had to backpedal a little bit to restart. Because I didn't, like, I was missing something, like the connections weren't being made. And at the beginning of this year, I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for my girls. I'm going to, you know, Lexi graduates this year. You know, college is not going to be cheap. So my goal is to make a connection and to really strive forward to go with it, inspiring people, you know, to, you know, love what we do and love themselves while they do it.
Yeah. You know, on the terms of like hashtags and stuff like that, you know, you have to really think about what each of you just said. Like, I wrote some words down here, like, hashtag lead with your heart, right? Hashtag recent family loss, right? Desire to reconnect, right? These are, find your tribe. That's kind of like a big Beachbody one. You might find a lot of Beachbody coaches that way, but, serve my family. These are the hashtags. These are the words, the phrases, her way, my way, designed by life, right? Or life by design. Desire to be home. School mom, right? Hashtag school mom. Doing this for my family, doing this for them. You know, these are the hashtags that I want you guys to explore. Okay?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, I don't know, I guess Heather and Cindy, I know you guys either did Skim Social for a little bit or just started. Are you finding that you are getting like relationship with me? I'm like, their posts are all in another language. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna unfollow you.
Okay. So I went over this in a video. I think I posted a video about this. You can go into Stim Social and under, I forget which drop down it is, but you can take all those languages off. Okay? There are a whole bunch of languages. You can take all of them off. Okay? Also, if you're getting like men following you or whatever, and you have it looking specifically for women, then what you can do is also you could just block those people. Like once they come on, if they direct message you back, just hit block. Like you don't even have to answer back. Don't even worry about it. Or unfollow, click unfollow and then block. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay. It's happening to me too. Make sure that you do have the follow and the unfollow tab clicked. And if you find someone that you are having a conversation with, put them in your white list. And if it's someone that you don't want Stim Social to ever follow again, you put them on your blacklist. And actually, for example, Beachbody coaches. If you do get any other Beachbody coaches that follow you, just put them on your blacklist so that you don't like Stim Social, if they might be using a similar hashtag. Okay. So, hi, Jess. It's good to see you. You're just in time. The girls each shared their word for the year. And I'm going to tell you what they were. So Cindy's word is purpose, because she wants to serve her family her way. I'll give you a little synopsis. Heather's word is believe, because she wants to believe that she can find her tribe and have something just like the clubhouse. And she wants to believe that, she can do this, that she can surround herself with people. And Katrina's word was to reconnect with herself so that she can reconnect with her daughters and support them the way that she wants to as a single mom, but also be able to reconnect with herself so she can actually coach and inspire other people. And that's a really big deal, because you have to have that like feeling that you can do this, and it all starts with ourselves. So it's your turn.
Am I muted or not? Am I
Nope,
good?
You're
Okay. Okay. You can hear me. Well,
Yep.
My word is growth.
Love it.
Okay. Because, honestly, for the first time, I could visualize myself really making not only, we're opening a new business. We're growing in a lot of ways. Our family is growing in the community. And I actually can visualize my Beachbody business growing, not only as a part of Team Legacy, but growing what my business, my own team, my own tribe, and just, sharing with other women, in my case, because basically that's my tribe, women, this amazing opportunity that I've had, and that a lot of times we take for granted just because it's something we have, but very little people out there have what we have. And, it's I love what I do, and I want to share it with other people. And I'm going to be a lot more purposeful in growing that.
Isn't it? It is. It's truly amazing. Like once you have like that vision, you do really get tied to it. And what I really need you guys to know, because I'm going to share something with you it might even make me cry telling you guys all this, but it's really, really, really important. This team from day one was like an all in, or we're not doing this, because Stacy and I don't quit. We don't quit. We don't take breaks. We just do it. And when I was I got really not mad. It's just one of those little moments. My husband said something that I wasn't looking for. I sent him a text from this conference and I said, I can do this. There are so many people here who are doing it. I can do this. I have been doing it. And he replied to me, just do it. And I said, I'm doing it, but I don't want to just do it anymore. It's not about just doing it. I just do everything, right? We got married, we just did it. We had kids, we just did it. We didn't think about it. We didn't process it. We just did it. there were no choice. It's like no choices, no excuses. We're going to make this work. We'll figure out how to go to college. We'll figure out how to pay our bills. We're just going to do it, which necessarily hasn't always, I think now as I've grown up, suppressed a lot of acknowledgement of my fears, because I think I did everything out of fear of failing. No one was going to make me a stereotype. My kids were going to be educated and smart. I was going to be educated and smart. My husband was going to have a really good living. I didn't want him to have any resentment. I feared that. So I did it. And it's scary, guys. This business is scary. And I haven't been a coach to you in the way to say, it's fucking scary. These are people's lives. We make such a difference. And I'm so incredibly, look how red I am. It's so important that you know that I'm like freaking real. I have a heart. I know that I'm intense, but there's a reason I'm that way. It's because I don't quit. I'm relentless. There's no other option, right? I have a good job. My husband has a good job. We have the success that we always wanted. We have that. But now it's not enough. I want something different, and that's my time with my people. I wasn't a girl who hung out with other girls. And I know that many of you weren't either. I couldn't stand them. All they did was complain and tease me. Where did white girl get a booty like that? I was scared. Like, I grew up that way. So what did I do? I went to a different school where I felt safer. Right? That's what we do. We kind of like we just deal with it because like whatever's safe, or we move on, and we make that we repurpose our thing. And actually that was the best decision I ever made, but I was scared. I did that out of fear, not because that's what I really wanted. And so I'm seeing this habit in my life, and I'm learning it by reading this damn book. Seriously, first chapter, it's powerful. We all judge ourselves, even if we don't judge other people. I walk into a room, right, and I'm always smiling. Why? Because I want other people to smile around me. I don't want to be in a room full of miserable people. If they're miserable, am I judging them on the inside? I sure am. Right? But I feel like I can make them smile. So I do. And if somebody's like rude to me, does it hurt? Of course it hurts, but I choose not. It's like a choice, like to not let it bother me. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't. Right? And it doesn't make it right for that other person to treat you that way either, just because, it doesn't bother her. We have to stand up for ourselves. And that is how this business is. You have to remember what your purpose is, what you want. It's okay. We are in a business that serves people. Kim, I was telling you about, sorry, my nose is like dripping, I'm crying. I don't even have a tissue. Okay, so I was telling you about Kim Fitzpatrick. That woman's intense. Okay? She's an intense woman. You gotta like look her up right now. All of her pictures are very like dramatized. She's a mom. Her husband was the number 2 coach last year. He was the only guy up on stage. She was a 5-star diamond. Well, they have 2 15-star diamond businesses in like 2 years. And I know, because they were on a mission. They were like, we don't have customers, we have clients. we're going to build a relationship with every single person. And we're going to treat them as if they just joined the Disneyland of Beachbody. And she gave an example of when she was growing up. And I don't know if anybody watched this, but you can watch this. I'll post all the videos. I don't want you to watch a 2-hour version of what was there, but I had it live. And I'll break it up. But if you want to listen to it, you'll be able to. She was telling us a story about how she wanted to serve and take care of old people. So she became like a gerontology nurse. And she, I guess for an internship, she was placed in like a really awful, like elderly home. And she's like, it smelled and people were sitting in a circle and they were crying and it was awful. And she's like, get me out of here. This isn't what I want to be when I grow up. This is not good. And then she went home and she cried about it and she prayed about it. And then she realized, I want to create a happy place for the elderly. And so she finished up school and everything, and she was looking for jobs, and she found this like castle of an elderly home, and she was kind of going for an interview. And anyway, she found a place that she saw fit. It was like to the nines in elder care, and that is where she worked. And the day she got married, she knew her purpose was to put smiles on people's face. She is over the top, dramatic, and ridiculously funny, this woman. And she just knew it was her purpose to just make people smile every day. She's like, that's what they need. And yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her. Hold it up a little higher so people could see. A little higher. Go higher. I can't see. Yeah, you got to see her pants. I think she probably, she has these crazy pants on. She got on stage with these crazy green pants and, those shoes. I mean, she's so funny. All right, anyway, so she just, when she became a Beachbody coach, she was just like, this is going to be Disneyland for people who want to get fit, and that's it. And the coaches are going to be the same. And they just took it very, very seriously. Very seriously. Again, and it's just a matter of having a direction of like what your vision looks like, right? You got to know where you want to go. You have to have a game plan. It's like going on a road trip, guys, right? You got to have to stop and go to the bathroom. Someone's going to throw up in the car. You gotta have food, and you're probably gonna stop along the way because nobody likes what you packed, right? It's the game plan. This business is like a game plan, and you gotta know how to manage your detours, right? You're all moms. You all know how to do that. And we have to treat our clients the same way, as if they are our children, our spouses. Well, maybe not our spouses. We sometimes might tell our spouse, well, go get it yourself. Right? And bring me one. But the point is that we have to be so caring and so giving that nothing else matters. Because if you approach it that way, it is going to happen. And that's how we started this team. That is how we started this team. We didn't know, we were all in, but we were all in for, helping people. And we were all in for, taking this seriously. But it gets scary. It does get scary along the way. You get a flat tire. Someone, hopefully there's no accidents along the way, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. You have to know how to get yourself out of it, and that's through acknowledgement. Acknowledge it. This hurt my feelings, and move on, right? I'm not saying to say that it's not hard, because it is. It is hard. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you that, the amount of people that we have had on this team who built the foundation truly of this team, them not being here anymore, I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't hurt. Because it does. Because I put my heart into this, and I believe in every single one of you. And so it doesn't hurt me because of my rank or anything like that. It hurts my heart because I've had these conversations with you. Okay? That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you guys succeed at this. So we have to stick together. We have to communicate. And we have to use the tools and be smart. We have to be willing to learn. And learn. This industry is changing and growing fast. And so we must be on top of social media. It's our job to understand the tools that are out there. It's our job to recruit, to find people who want to do this with us. You will not be able to build an empire unless you do that. Okay? And that's just fact. We have got to recruit. So we have things in place right now for recruiting, and that's the coffee and cocktails page. In that page, everybody should be in that page, right? In that page, there's 2 webinars, one that Team Perseverance did and one that we did, okay? With pictures like throughout the years and what it means to be on this team as a coach. What I want in that group is celebrations to what coaching means to you. You guys are already having successful moments. Success in this business does not mean money. Okay? So throw that out the door. You may desire money. Okay? You may want to make money. But I can tell you, I have more money now than I ever thought I would. And I still don't always feel successful, right? Because what happens, you have to find the heart of it. So I want to hear the successes that you are having in that page. It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be a text that you received from someone who said, oh my gosh, I had a great day today, and this is why, and what that meant to you. That's a success. Because the people that you add to this group, they need to hear the little day-to-day successes. They don't need to know what a 5-star diamond is. They don't need to know, how you make money, okay? Sure, they can do that by watching the webinar. They need to hear why you're still doing this every day. And I'm not saying that you guys need to go live every day in that group. I'm just saying you need to celebrate every now and then when you're feeling like really good. And you know what? And when you're not feeling so great, but then you have that realization, that's worthy too. I really struggled today with inviting. I got 15 no's, but you want to know something? I know that tomorrow's going to be a better day because I just got 5 new messages. And I'm going to celebrate that now. That's important for people to know. And whether it's done and it could be done in that recruiting page, it could be done in our team legacy page. But people just need to see this. Recruiting is very important, and it's not a dirty word. I used to think it was a dirty word. It's not. It's how there's growth. Like Jesse says, in order for you to grow, you have to have people who want to do this, who believe in your mission, right? Jesse, you're opening up a vascular surgery facility, right? You have got to create belief in the community that they should come to your husband, right? You have to create belief in the community that they should work there, right? And so you do that from what? Do that from here. It has to come from your heart. Make people want this. Make people line up to say, yes, this is what I want. And speak from your heart. Don't just post, I got a challenge group. Who wants to be in? You know, it's great. We can be funny about it, right? And you got to be yourself. That's the best thing that you can be. But we have to have a game plan. And the last thing we have to be is accountable. So when I asked, and I'm not saying this to be like bossy at all. I'm just saying because like, and you could be like, well, how many people did you talk to today? I'm fine with that. Like, totally cool with it. But I'm talking 10 to 20 people a day, and I'm getting on and off airplanes, guys. I'm not messing around. Like, brand new people. I'm messaging people left and right. I'm having, like, conference calls with my boss in the airport because I took a day off before I was supposed to, and I forgot. I didn't realize it. Thank goodness I didn't get caught. The perks of working from home sometimes. You know, again, it's just, are we listening to the wake-up call on Mondays? And if we don't listen to it when it goes off at 11 a.m., are we listening to the recording? Jen Richardson did a call about appealing and attracting your market. You know, we got to listen to what these other people who have been successful, we got to listen to what they're doing, and we have to share it. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, guess what? That means you're growing, right? This is a business of uncomfortable zones, and we have to, you know, it's the quote, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I want to ask you guys about Insta stories. Okay. How are you doing with your Insta stories? Good. You're using it? Are you getting new followers on it? Okay. What are you doing with those followers?
I actually took what David had said he was doing. You know, like he gave us, I guess it was like a couple of weeks ago, instructions on what he does. So I have 2 different messages going out. You know, I'm doing at least 5 people. You know, I'm making my list of people who are following my story and making sure I don't duplicate the message. But I'm, you know, thank you for following my story. You know, are you into health and fitness? You know, what do you do? I have 2 separate messages going out. I have my Sim Social message going out, but I also have my Insta.
That's awesome. So here's a little tip in regards to your Insta stories. Make sure that you geotag every single one. Okay, do you know what that means? Yep. Okay. No? Okay, so what you do is on the Insta story, like when you have your post, you swipe up, and there will be a couple of different things that you can put on your image, and one is location.
Okay.
You can touch the location, type in anywhere you want. You could type in Puerto Rico. Like if you want to target Puerto Rico, you could put Puerto Rico. Here's another tip. You can make it small and big by doing this motion with your fingertips, and you can swipe it off your image, and it keeps it tagged. So you don't have to have Puerto Rico on every single image that you have. You can't leave it the full size and drag it off, but you can shrink it down and then drag it off. Sometimes you have to kind of like cut it off. You could do that with hashtags too.
Okay. The only thing, I know Cindy and I were talking about it in the group message, like I'm a little uncomfortable with geotagging only because, like I said, I mean, yes, I am in law enforcement and everything, but
target a different city.
Leery because I'm like nowhere because again, single mom, you know. I was a little bit, I mean, like if I'm on vacation, because yeah, I'm on vacation.
Katrina, you don't have to put your address, your exact location. Just put New York, right? It doesn't have to be like, I'm not going to geotag my town. My town is Keswick, Virginia. There's like maybe 300 people who live here. I'm not going to put Keswick, Virginia. I'm going to put Charlottesville, or I'm going to put Central Virginia. That's a big area, right? Like I just said, Jessica, speaks, she's from Puerto Rico. She could geotag everything Puerto Rico. Everything. She doesn't live in Tampa, but she's close to Tampa. It's better to geotag Tampa than it is Lakeland, I'm sure. Although I'm sure Lakeland might be good too. I don't know if more seniors or more families, I'm not sure. But again, think of it in those terms. Think of the city that's close, the biggest city that's closest to you. And that's what you geotag. And if you're someplace else, like the other day, I was in LA, Philly, Richmond, and Charlottesville. So I geotagged each time I was in a different place, those things, but I didn't always have it on my image. Okay. And then the same thing is with hashtags. So if you type out a hashtag, it doesn't have to be on one of those, little things, those little stamps. You could just type out the hashtag. If you want to keep one or two on your image, that's fine. Or you can shrink them down and swipe them off. So they're not like boom right in the front. The other thing is adding animations. Okay. And there's an app on your phone called Hype Type. HYPETYPE. And it adds an animation which turns your picture into a video, and videos get higher traction. Okay? Because it's kind of like makes the letters like appear. Okay? So these are the tips that they gave us. They said you should, I think it was according to Bonnie Engel, she was like 7 to 12 times a day, which is crazy. I know. That's like snap, snap, snap. Remember that song Girls on Film by Duran Duran? I know you guys are all like sort of my age, but that's what it reminds me of. Like, when I'm like, Girls on Film. Anyway, childhood memories. I used to like dance to that song in front of the fireplace with my girlfriend. Okay, so yeah, geotag everything. We should all be running 1 to 2 groups a month, which we do. I was so happy to hear some of the things that they were saying the top coaches are doing. When you create, you want to create urgency, that there's a limit. You don't want to be like everybody's invited. Draw out, 10 spots on your page, and then, post a picture of I've got 10 spots. And then as we get closer, and you may not have all 10 spots filled, but create a little urgency. I only have 3 left. But then create that excitement around it. But let's get really ambitious, we have big hopes and dreams, but don't let other people steal them from you. People are gonna say no. They are gonna say no. And I'm telling you, I would really love if you guys would all read this book. Maybe you don't think you need it. I didn't think I needed it. I don't look at myself as a judgmental person, but I will be honest with you. There are words. It's not just about judgment. It's a book about judgment, fear. Here's what I say. I'm not scared, but I have anxiety. I probably almost had 3 panic attacks this weekend. Lindsay was sitting next to me, and I had a moment where I was like I couldn't breathe. I wasn't crying. It's as if I just stopped breathing because I had this overwhelming feeling and then just started pouring with sweat because of how it impacted me. And I just realized, holy crap, I'm operating at a fear of failure, fear of not being able to be a good coach to you, fear that I'm not able to give you all the tools that all of these crazy people have. If you find something out, share it, because that is the only way all of us can really keep up with this. Because I know, you know what, guys? This is a team of working women. We are not just a team of stay-at-home moms. We're not. We all work. We all have careers. And Jessica, you do both. I watch you do both, actually. It's crazy. And I know you're exhaustion, but you take care of yourself relentlessly, and that's important to you. And that's why people are attracted to you. Like, but you're real too. You tell them how hard it is. You know, I don't like to, for me, I've just always been like, I just do it. I just do it. I don't make an excuse. I don't know how I do it. I just do. But what I'm realizing is that I'm really doing things out of fear of failure. And so, guys, I am here for you. You need me. Let's you know that I'm traveling a lot, but if we need a time where you need some one-on-one coaching, this is it. This is our team right now who wants this. Okay? I don't know if you know this, but I'm not going for any 5-star elite right now. Okay? I'm recruiting like a banshee. And the reason is because you all aren't in my personally sponsored area, right? We're all helping each other. Okay? So we're going to all get there. This is an elite team. This team was so close to being elite 2 years ago. It's incredible. Damn Shanti, I can kick them. It's all Shanti's fault. Cindy knows what I'm talking about. She's the only one still here. You got to go look it up. 2006. No, don't watch it. Don't. I don't want you to watch it. He may scare you. It was too raw. And it was very scary. It scared a lot of people. Anyway, do you guys have any questions? I mean, I have so many notes. Please watch my video. Did you guys watch my video that I posted in the team page? My word this year is freedom. I need a break free. I have got to let this out. It's so crazy. I went through a complete year of loneliness blah, 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 last year. I was in denial about it. Youngest daughter was away, right? Left the house. Stacy was gone half the year. I was traveling. People were in and out of this business. It was lonely. I know that some of my team was struggling and suffering. But because I was feeling like I was suffering, I didn't even know how to help a lot of people. I was just kind of doing what I could. I didn't know. But I'm freeing myself of my burdens by sharing this with you. And I'm freeing myself of holding back because I have a corporate job. I'm freeing myself from, believing that I can't do this. I can. We all can. But we're going to do this, and we're going to do it together, and we got to do it relentlessly because our dreams are way too big. They're way too important to us, and we got to go for it. So this is a more fun book. It's called The Energy Bus. And I couldn't find a bus song other than the wheels on the bus go round and round, and that's not very inspiring. So that's why I started this meeting with "Come on, ride the train, choo choo, ride it." Okay, it's much more. It's a much more fun song. So tonight,
next time I'll have my son come and sing "The Wheels on the Bus" for y'all. It'll get you going.
We'll have a theme we'll do a theme meeting about the wheels on the bus. That'll be our objections call. We'll go over it. Okay, guys, what do you say when people say it's too expensive? The wheels on the bus. Oh my God, that's perfect. That is perfect. Anytime somebody gives you an objection that you just you can't stand, just start singing that song. It'll make you laugh, and then you move on. Okay? That's great. I love it. but yeah, this energy bus, it's just good. You know, how to fuel your life, how to work, how to be a team, positive energy. And guys, I want to confess another thing. Being a positive person is very hard. Okay? I choose to be positive, but it doesn't mean I always feel positive. Okay? So I want you to understand that it's a choice, but you can't deny your feelings with positivity. You really can't, because in the long run, it's going to hurt you. It's going to create stress. It's going to create anxiety when things get tough. Okay? The more you suppress it, the worse it gets. So I'm freeing myself. That's what this business is going to do. This is going to be an incredible year. You guys are going to have incredible successes, and that's what makes me happy. There was nothing that made me more happy than to see Lindsay at that leadership conference. I hate going to these things by myself. So guys, I hope you're all signed up for that cruise next year, because, all right, Katrina's up. All right, Jess. Seriously, because it's just more fun with you guys there when you have people there. And it's more, in a thing like that, an event like that where everybody's having success, you want your people there. You don't want to be the only one there. That's not a measure. To me, that's not a measurement of success. Me winning a trip is not a measurement of success. I can go take a vacation. But seeing the team there, having fun together, that's fun. That's a good time. And I just found out that Stacy can't come with me on the trip this year, and because of his new job. And I'm not sad, because I'm going to bring my daughter, and we are going to have so much fun. And Sydney is so excited that, like, the day after I told her, she sent me a sweaty selfie, and she called me up and she asked me how much was Shakeology, because she has a friend who wants to start. And I was like, incentive. See? Give someone incentive, and they show up. No, but, you know, I got to ask you guys this question before I let you go. And be honest with me. Like, have you ever read Love Languages? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how you receive love? Because the same way you receive love is oftentimes how you accept reward. And I want to know how you guys like being recognized, because I can give away free shit all the time. Like, or I can, gift things. Like, I like giving gifts, but I know that sometimes gifts aren't like what does it for people. Like, they're not in it for the, the gift or the prize. Some people are, like, some people that makes them motivated and they start, moving. But how do you guys receive, and this is like, just quickly, be honest with me. Like, is it words? Is it a shout out? Is it something, an action? Is it service? What is it? Can you tell me? Is it a gift?
Mine was, when I did mine, they were very, very close. But my number one was words of affirmation. And I mean, literally like a point or two below it was acts of service. But like gifts for me was actually the bottom.
Okay.
The last.
Yeah, gifts are always like the last thing for me. I'm like, all right, I don't need a prize. But and to me that makes sense, because we're here. But and it's okay if it's like if it is a gift, because sometimes, I mean, I actually, when I get a gift, I wear it all the time. Like, I don't take it off. Like, it means a lot. But it's actually just really nice that I can look at it and see it and make me think of that person all the time, And so, I don't know. I just would love to know. Jess, you were saying.
Yeah. Shannon, I think you were talking about that coach that had a super high energy that was so awesome that, and all I could think about is, what the hell? She's talking about herself. That's you. That's you. I mean, I was with you in California, and there were thousands and thousands of people. Out of those thousands of people, I can promise you that more than 99% will remember Shannon. Not because she was loud, not because she was who she is. And you have that. You have that. I see you like that. You were talking about this amazing coach, and I'm like, what the heck is? You have that, and we have that. You give us that. I see you. I see your energy, and I don't need a gift. I need you to show up and to say, hey, Lindsay, I see you. Cindy, I see you. Jesse, I see you. Good job. You know, it's just that. And you're not going to make everyone happy. And some of us are going to, because that's life.
Yeah.
And life will pull us in so many directions. And life is messy and it's complicated. And sometimes it's awesome. And sometimes it freaking sucks.
Yeah.
You know? But we have something that, and I've seen it and I see it, and like I pray a lot about it, and my life has taken a lot of different directions. But not only for me, I have something that I could give other friends of mine. I have freedom I can give them, that I can share with them. Mm-hmm. And what we have, it's pretty amazing. It's not only the paycheck, it's not only the exercises, it's this that we have right now. It's this space that I am not momming right now. Cindy's not momming. Heather's not momming. We're not momming at the moment, you know, or we're not doing whatever we do every day. We have this. And that you give us every day, Shannon. You're great. You're awesome. You're a great team leader. And I don't think that's who you are. And just being you, it's a lot. It's a lot. And we appreciate you.
So I'll just keep showing up.
Sharing what you share. I mean, doing your video, shouting out, recognizing whoever did whatever, you know, and it just keeps, you know, it's a lot of people may not be in this call, but I am sure it's like their mind is here and they might come back because a lot of people are watching you all the time.
Yeah. But for you, what gives you that like what makes you feel good?
Knowing that it's like it's ingrained in us, knowing that I've made you proud, that you could see that you have helped me, that I am thriving in this business, because I came here knowing nothing. I had no idea what the heck coach did. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I wasn't here for the business. I don't know why I was here. I don't know, because, well, I don't know. She keeps insisting that I should be a freaking coach. Well, let me get the damn coach thing a try. I mean, I didn't have a plan, you know?
Yeah.
I fell in love with the product after. You know, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a business plan. I didn't want freedom from any job. You know, I thought I had it good. You know, it's okay. I enjoy what I do. I wasn't honestly looking for anything. I found a lot of things I didn't know I was looking for.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And I found that a lot of people are lacking what I have. And sometimes we take for granted.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do need the freedom from their freaking, a lot of people do need this because they need the freedom from their 10-hour jobs to be with their kids. And that one-on-one call I had with one of my new coaches. And I want to be that leader that gives her that leads her in the right direction. And that will fulfill me. If she succeeds, I've succeeded. And I mean, this is what we do. We give others a better life, whether it's because they better their health or because they're with their kids. There's so many ways to see this. I mean, we do that for people, and we have to keep reminding ourselves to do that every day.
My ladies, I have to say goodnight because I have to go pick up Haley from softball practice.
Okay. Will you text me the way you like to be recognized, please?
I'm actually good with just verbal recognition. I don't need gifts. I don't need prizes.
I know, but sometimes people like them. Okay. All right. Just make it.
It's always like it's like you said. Like if you were to receive a gift that you weren't expecting, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like I have a stupid plastic bracelet that Vinny gave me because it has a turtle on it. It literally cost $1. I wear it every day.
Yeah.
And it's stupid, and it was $1, but it means a lot to me because he thought of me to give it to me.
Right.
And so if I do receive gifts, I'm very appreciative of them, and I do wear them, or I do utilize them, and because it was a gift. But I don't need I don't need material things.
Yeah.
For recognition.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So words. All right, love. Heather's gonna be like, I like gifts. I want diamonds.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on now. Did you expect any differently?
No, she's like, when I go diamond, I want a diamond.
No. Booze, alcohol.
Alcohol. Okay. At the end of any day of session.
Just kidding.
Alcohol.
I'm not super familiar with that whole thing, but I'm definitely like an action person. Like I'm not somebody that's don't tell me you're going to do it. Like that's just how I am. The action gets the most, I guess, like response from me.
From you. So when someone does, in other words, if someone does something for you without you asking them to do it, that's how you're recognized.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a little harder.
I know, sorry.
So maybe you should read the book, and you might be surprised.
Maybe I'm different. Who knows?
No, I'm an acts of service person as well. Like there are these little things that, like that Stacy does, that I'm like, no, don't stop doing that because I like this. Like he started this habit of bringing me coffee in bed when I'm working from home. Like sometimes he gets up earlier than me. So if I wake up earlier than him, I kind of like stay in bed a little bit. I like wait till he gets up.
I'm awake. Oh, are you awake? Oh.
Because I really like when he does that. But yeah, but I will say this. I do think I am also a words of affirmation person. Because I think I've denied the fact that we live in a society, it's so sad, really. We live in a society, especially women, where we're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Or, oh, you look so beautiful today, or your hair looks great. And be like, oh, this mess? We deny everything, I want to get in the habit of just being more grateful and thankful, like if I do get a compliment, and not denying myself what someone says, not apologizing for, being a little bit late. If I'm a little bit late, there's probably a really good reason, and I shouldn't have to. I understand it's like a courtesy thing, but, sometimes it's not necessary to apologize. And I think words, like, especially in this business, words are important. It is important to be recognized with words that you're doing a good job, because it's hard. And I had this talk with Stacy because, he's been super busy with his new job and he's backed off a little bit. He's still present in all the workouts, but when it comes to the business things, he's kind of stepped back a bit, and he's my coach, and I'm like, honey, you did tell me you're doing a good job, every once in a while. not just do it. Just things like that. So I'm learning that, I too need to be told that I'm doing a good job. So Jessica, thank you for telling me that, because it's important to hear that you guys do think that I'm still leading the way, because every leader is going to judge themselves. I read constantly. I'm always trying to improve myself. I'm always trying to learn. That's one of my top strengths. I have to constantly learn things. It's just it keeps me going. And so whatever I'm learning, I'm always going to try and share. And the only, I kind of need to know a response. I'm learning that I need a response back. Yes, I got it. Or I don't understand. Don't just not ask a question because you don't have time right now to listen, but take a note and say, I'm going to need help with this, just so that there's communication back and forth, because then I know as a coach that, okay, they're just busy. I'm going to do check-ins, and that's, as long as you guys are good with check-ins, that's fine. I don't need people to answer to me. It's just I need to know if I'm doing enough, not enough. So I need feedback. And that's how I know. That's how I recognize myself for being a good coach. So is just making sure that we have communication and, sharing as much as we can. Jess, I'm not sure, were you on the call when I said about our coffee to cocktails group and how important recruiting is? Okay. We need to celebrate our success in that group with live videos. There are a lot of people in that group, and we can utilize that group as a tool, but it has to be an active group. And the only way we can keep it active is by not just celebrating rank, not just celebrating paychecks, but actually celebrating the things that mean the most to us. Like on Transformation Tuesdays, right? People go ahead and post, their testimonials. And Cindy always posts her pictures. Oh my God, every Tuesday I look forward to them, Cindy. Just letting you know. I do, because when people respond to you like that, then you're like, yes, they're taking this seriously. And that's a celebration. And so as a coach, that's that feeling that you have, that purpose that you have, that it's something to celebrate, so that people can see that it's so much more than just money. And it comes naturally. The money then comes naturally. But there is a game plan, guys. There is a game plan. Emerald to diamond and build emeralds. Everybody, every single coach, whether they want to work this business or not, should invite 2 people and be an emerald coach. Everybody. Because you know what? Everybody has a mom and a sister. Just like Jessie. That's how she started. Seriously. It was her mom. And not that she signed them up as coaches, but those were the 2 people that she was like, you got to do this with me. I love you, and you got to do this with me. Everybody has a mom and a sister. And if you don't want your mom or your sister, well, then find your 2 best friends. That's what you tell people. Because you want to know something, you got to have accountability in this. And sometimes the accountability, we're not close to each other, right? The group is powerful, but it's really nice to have someone at home too. So believe me, Emerald Tribes is where it's at, guys. If you can get your coaches each to invite 2 people and teach them to invite 2 people, that's it. It's not about like, oh, you should invite somebody and da-da-da-da. It's like, who do you care about? Who do you care to share this with? 2 people. Come on, that's what I did. I shared this with 2 people. Then they're, and then they see a little bit of value. And then they have their little tribe for a while. And then one day something clicks and they're like, this is so awesome. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do it. I'm going to break up those videos. Did you guys watch any of them? Were you able to catch any glimpses of New Leader Conference? Guys, it's an amazing event. It's an amazing event. I made my debut on stage. I got up on stage and I sang. No alcohol, completely sober. I had to make up lyrics having to do with Beachbody to any song I wanted, and I chose Titanic. And I sang, near, far, wherever you are, you can press play on your BOD because I believe in you. In front of 500 people.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, right? It was so much fun. But what you learn there, what these coaches share with us, Melanie, you're going to have to listen to Melanie Mitro. She makes a calendar. I mean, I could go over all these logistics with you, but I don't want, it's not about being overwhelming. It's about you taking your business seriously. You got to do what's right for you. You got to have a game plan. If you like to be uber organized, then get freaking uber organized the way you like to be uber organized. She is crazy. She's got every hour scheduled to the T every single day. That's not me. I like it, but do I ever stick to it? No. I think I showed you guys a picture of my story. I wrote my story. I'm just going to show you really quick again. When I get up on stage one day, this is my story I'm going to tell. This is the evolution of my Beachbody story. That's how I work. So I can give you all their tips, but remember, you don't have to do things the way every single coach does them. You just have to have a heart, know that you're here to serve, and take your business, because it's your business, seriously. Build your tribes, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Mwah! Good night. Can I take a picture? Hold on. Do your hair. Go ahead. All right, let's do this. Okay. I want to see your horns.
Horns.
Ready? Awesome. Cindy just took a school picture.
You know me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's actually, just really quick, there's this really funny thing that Kim Fitzpatrick did. Her and her husband, they had photos done of themselves when they first became a coach, because that's what they thought they had to do. So they've got they got their hoodie on like this. And then he's got like a picture of her, like he's holding her up in the air and she's like this. And then she shows like what her real pictures are like. She's like sitting on the floor, toys everywhere, looking up at the camera, but she's got long lashes on. Like, so she's got like yesterday's makeup on, a headband on. She's like, I don't know why. We took those pictures and we showed people them and they laughed at us and said, that's not you. Why would you even do that? That's weird. And it reminded me of something I asked Stacy to do. I asked Stacy to do like an acro pose with me. And he looked at me and he goes, why? And I'm like, because it's cool. And I want to see if we can do this. And he's like, and get hurt? And I'm like, okay, well then we'll take a video of us dropping each other because that's more real. But again, guys, remember, just be who you are. And if you don't know who you are, like search. So keep soul searching. Read those books, damn. I mean, seriously, look at all my books. That's just on my desk. I've read them all. Some of them twice. So anyway, make sure you're reading. I'm actually recommending that in our Inner Goddess book, challenge group, that people read a book. So if you have a book suggestion that speaks to your soul, feel free to edit the document that's in that group. Okay, so it's not just my recommendations. But and ask your people, like encourage them, be like, hey, did you pick a book? Because it's really important. It's the most important part of this business. It really is. Okay. Growth. Love you guys. Massive growth. Don't worry about winning Team Cup. It's okay. But let's at least hit Success Club. Okay, guys. All right. Good night. Mwah. Bye.